Hello everyone and welcome to the Cup Draw video for the PCN. This draw will be for round 1 of the League or PCN Cup. So if you come here on Stats app and you want to look at the League Cup, obviously you click this drop down from Match Group and go ahead and click League Cup. So as you can see, we get the chart down here, and obviously there'll be fixtures and results once those are filled in. Basically this draw is going to be for round 1, which will have 28 teams. And then 18 teams will be getting a bye in the round of 32. And then the tournament will start on October 24th at 9 p.m. And we won't have a game the next Wednesday for Halloween, but then every Wednesday after that, we will be having cup games. So as long as you're in it, you get to keep playing. As you can see up here, it's just a one-leg knockout, extra time and penalties if needed. So the way we're doing the first draw is basically all the teams in Super League except for the 16th and 17th place finishers from the last Super League season will be, all those teams will be getting buys, all the teams in League 1 and League 2, and then those two teams will be in this draw. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go over to random.org. Here's our list of teams and all the League 1 and League 2 teams. The two teams from Super League, 16th and 17th, so it's going to be Bayern Munich. They finished 17th. And then Lazio, it was Chivas last season. It became Lazio, so they're also going to be here in this first draw. And then everyone else obviously will be joining in the round of 32. So just like usual, first team that comes up, second team that comes up, they will be playing each other and so on and so forth. So good luck to everyone. Let's see how this sucker turns out. All right, first team to get the nod is going to be Galatasaray, new team in League 1. And their first ever cup match will be against AS Monaco, who are returning. They were a team for a few seasons, and we didn't have them, I think, last season, possibly season 7, but they are back in the league. They're also a League 1 team. So that's our first match. Second game will feature Valencia, who are a League 2 side. Really impressively, actually, last night, first game day of the season, they got a manager about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Were able to get a full squad on and play. I don't know how many they had, but they were able to play both their games last night. So kudos to them. Really good to see that. And they will be playing Olympiacos, another team in League 2. Next game is going to feature Borussia Dortmund, recently relegated, former strong team in Super League, looking to get back up this season. And they'll be playing against RB Leipzig. We've had a couple sort of solid mid-table seasons in League 1 in a row. Next up is New York Red Bulls, another League 2 team, looking to cut their teeth in their first cup competition. And they will be lucky enough to draw against PSV, team that came on strong last year at the end of League 1 after they got some new players, new manager in, so excited to see how they do this season. Next up are going to be Spurs, who look like one of the favorites this year, looking to bounce back immediately from a relegation in Season 8. And they'll be facing against Club America. Next match will feature Sporting Club Portugal. They are a new League 2 team as well. They'll be facing off against Besiktas. So we got a couple League 2, all League 2 matchups so far. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top on those. Next up is Atletico Madrid. It's been a while since they've really kind of been a notable team. They used to have some good seasons in Super League, but they've kind of just been languishing in League 1. See if they can turn that around this year. And another team has kind of got a similar story, Barcelona. You know, people come on to PCN and they see Barcelona, what are they doing in League 1? Well, see if this year's group can get some cup glory, get promoted. Next matchup is going to be Real Madrid. Very similar story to Barcelona. Real Madrid do have a Season 4 Super League title, though, under their hands, but definitely looking to go back up pretty soon. And they'll be playing against FC Porto, fellow League 1 side. Not Moscow. Sixth to last matchup will feature Santos FC, League 1 side. taking over for Zenit. Zenit is no longer in FIFA, so Santos was the renaming of them. And they'll be facing against Minnesota United, who look like another favorite in League One this season. Next up is going to be AC Milan, another team like Spurs, just recently relegated, looking to go right back up. A team with a lot of history, looking like a good side so far at the start of the season. And they'll be playing against Bayern Munich. So those are two teams that battled it out, kind of season 4 through season 6. A lot of really good games. So that should be a fun matchup in the first round of the Cup. Fourth to last matchup is going to feature Ajax, team that's impressing here early on in the season. Looking a little hungry. And they'll be facing against Marseille, a new League 2 team. Still trying to get things together down there. And then third to last matchup will feature Lille, looking like one of the favorites right now early on in League 2. And they'll be playing at CSKA Moscow. So I think that's maybe 3 all League 2 matchups we've had. So we should see how those games get on. Next we'll feature Napoli, who hopefully will show up to this Cup game after sleeping through last night's Royal Cup. And they'll be playing against Fenerbahce, which means our final matchup will be Genk versus Lazio. We'll run the draw to see who's home. That'll be Genk. So there you have it. That's our first round of the League Cup draw. Obviously, these games matchups will be put into here, and then we'll have the schedule updated for you. So, like I mentioned earlier, these games are going to be played next Wednesday, October 24th. Then we'll have a week off for Halloween, and then the round of 32 will start, I'm guessing, the 7th of November, and then it'll be every Wednesday until the end of the season. So, thanks guys for tuning in, and good luck to everyone here in the early stage of the season. Hoping we have a really fun Cup this year.